So, I told this story back when I started doing YouTube again a couple months back, but I took it down. And the reason I did that was because I made the thumbnail something really fucked up that could have gotten me in some shit at school. Now you're probably just asking why I didn't just change the thumbnail or some shit like that. And it's because I was just talking so much shit in that video about my school, and then one day my principal asked to talk to me. I thought it was about that video, and right away I just fucking deleted that shit like I was out. Didn't even private it, I just fucking straight up hit delete. But that's not what I got suspended for, and that's what I'm gonna be talking about today, so I hope you guys enjoy. So this happened last June, almost a year ago now, and back then I was doing really bad in math. I actually ended up failing math that semester too. But my friend was also doing like super bad in Spanish, so we came up with this idea to help each other out on our tests. Because he was good at math because he's Asian, and I'd help him on Spanish because, you know, I'm Mexican and I know my shit. And we started doing this like a month or something before I actually got suspended. So it was going on for a little bit. But it worked out fine. Like no one knew a thing and it was all good. And I was doing better in math, he was doing better in Spanish, and it was all fine and dandy. But the day came when we had our final math test in class of that year. And we pulled out the same routine. I think the way it went was like, he would hit my knee with his knee during the multiple choice to tell me what letter it was. Like, however many taps he did on my knee, that would be like the letter it was on the page. It was like some Morse code shit. I was like a fucking spy. But then the short answer section came where there's no like multiple choice, no way to really like tell you what the answer is. So this is where I would just copy off a sheet, like literally just look at it and just do it super discreetly. And this motherfucker's writing literally looks like someone took a shit on his paper. I would not be able to fucking read that for my life. So I kind of just copied what I could understand and I hoped for the best. And like a dumbass, I didn't even check to see if what I wrote made sense. I just kind of assumed it was right. So I turned in my test and the next day came around and I thought it was all good. So I'm in my Spanish class and my friend comes in and he sits beside me and he's like, "Yo, the principal knows you cheated off of me." And I was like, "The fuck did you just say to me?" And he's like, "Yeah, he just pulled me into his office or something and asked if I helped you cheat or anything like that." And I was fucking scared, man. Like I knew he was gonna talk to me and it was gonna be soon. So I figured I had like 10 minutes during class to make a plan and to not get caught on this shit. And literally 10 fucking minutes into the class, the vice principal comes in. So he pulled me out and we walked down to my math teacher's class. So we get in and they pull out my test. And this guy just went ham on interrogating me, bro. He was like staring at me like a fucking hawk while I was answering his questions. And the funny shit here is that I straight up told him I didn't cheat on the test at all. And that I wouldn't dream of doing something like that because it went against my morals, and that frankly I was offended he'd say I'd cheat on a test. Now, I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I convinced him or if he just had enough of my shit, but he was like, "Alright, I'll be looking into this a little more. You can go back to class now." And I seriously thought I had gotten away with it and that it was all fine and dandy. So you're probably asking yourselves how the fuck I got suspended. So it turned out that the reason they thought I was cheating on the test was because I would get the answer right, but all the work I did leading up to the answer didn't make any fucking sense because I was just randomly copying what I thought I saw. Well, Monday came the next week, and I'm about to go into my class that morning, and the first thing I fucking walk into is the principal, and he's talking to my teacher, not my math teacher, another one this time from another class. And as soon as I walk in, he's like, "Hey Alex, I need to have a talk with you." So we went down to his office this time, and this guy pulls out the test, and I'm just like, I literally didn't even have any words. Like, I don't know what I thought I was supposed to be expecting, but it just wasn't a good day, man. So again, he asks me if I cheated, and the whole time, like, he was telling me this, I was like, "No, I didn't. Like, I don't know why you're saying that." But literally all that was on that test was a bunch of numbers and shit that didn't add up, but I somehow got the right answer. So I ended up honestly just looking fucking stupid. And then he said something to me, which I'll never forget. One of those things that just kind of never gets away from you, like it always sticks with you. And he stared at me right in the eyes and said, "If I can somehow prove you cheated on this test, the consequences are going to be very, very horrible for you, Alex." I don't know why that got to me so much, but it did. I don't know if it was just the way he said it or the way he was looking at me or just the fucking consequence in general, I guess. And honestly, I respect this principal a lot because he doesn't like bullshit his way to get information out of you. Like he doesn't play that good cop, bad cop fucking stupid act. You know what I mean? And again, like they're just people, man. Like they're just trying to do their job and that's just part of it. So you can't really like hate them for it. But right after I said it, like that I admitted I did it, he got mad for some reason. Like I could kind of see why he was mad, but I just fucking told you the truth, bro. Like what do you want? And he was just like, "Why didn't you just say that in the first place?" And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, It was kind of funny. But he left the room and got the vice principal, which was the guy who was talking to me before this, like the week previous, made me apologize to him for lying to his face and wasting both of their times, and then they both came to the decision to suspend me out of school for 2 fucking days. And guess what? Those were probably the 2 best days of my school year, I'd say. I literally just stayed home, chilled, played some video games, and listened to music. So joke's on you. That was like the last week of school too. So as soon as I got back, there was only like 3 days left of school. But whatever, I guess the moral of the story is to not fucking cheat on your tests and be a dumbass like me, or at least don't get caught doing it. And if you do get caught like me, just admit it, take the L and go home. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this story. Definitely one of those things you can actually learn a lesson from here. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, peace.